Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Jack, and here are my top 10 tips on Instagram marketing. These are things that I use or I have done in order to grow my clients' Instagrams. Rule number one, follow your competition. You got to understand what your competition is doing in order to emulate and do better. Rule number two, create and curate beautiful content. The type of content that does well on Instagram tends to be images that are well composed and just beautiful images. So going up against competition with anything less than par is not going to work out too well. A great place to curate content from is Pinterest. I mean, Pinterest is again for sharing images. But whenever you do take images from somewhere else or another Instagram account, whatever it might be sure to give props to whoever deserves it. Rule number three, and this one's a very important one as well, don't sell on every post. If you have a business listing for, let's say, a restaurant, don't try to say, come to a restaurant, here's the deal of the day, and then tomorrow go and say, come to the restaurant, here's the deal of today. I think Gary VEE says it well. You should jab, 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 sell, or right hook. And I'm a firm believer in just genuinely trying to give your customers or your followers good information. You don't have to sell on every post, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. This I think is universal. Hashtags. Don't be annoying, but don't miss any opportunities. I think a solid amount of hashtags is, I would say 10, 15. You can always go in and change hashtags. But yeah, so, use them, but don't overuse them. Rule number 5, engage with others and your followers. Be sure to like your followers' posts, comment on anything you feel needs commenting on. Just go out and genuinely engage with your audience and engage with other people's audience as well. It drives a lot of traffic to your Instagram posts, and if you have good posts, genuinely good posts, they'll end up following you as well. Find a targeted group of potential followers and engage with them and follow them. So a targeted group would be basically any other Instagram account where the followers are interested in the same thing that you're selling. So, for example, for a restaurant, it would be the blog TO food Instagram account or the TO Foods Instagram account. Those people, whoever follow those accounts, have a vested interest in Toronto-based food culture, and interacting with that segment of people will ultimately get you more followers. 7 is time. Everybody says there's good times to post and good times to do everything. There are best time to post is, I would say, in the at noon or around noon, or just afternoon. That's what I found with my businesses, but it changes for each set of followers. If you have a younger audience, throughout the day they always check Instagram. If you have an older audience, they do it on their lunch breaks and after work. So it just depends on your audience. But I found that following somebody when they get the request in the morning, I tend to get more follow backs than if they get the request in the middle of the day. So I think this works because people wake up, they check their phone, they say, oh, XYZ business is following me, let me take a look. Okay, cool, follow them back. Rule number 8, do not spam. A lot of people go on other famous people's Instagrams and say LB, 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 like back. I don't think that's the best way to go about doing things. It creates a lot of animosity towards the brand, and essentially you're basically screwing yourself over essentially for a handful of likes. It's not really worth it. Rule number 9, don't have your Instagram post on your Facebook. Now I'm assuming you have a Facebook, but Whenever you post something on Instagram, don't automatically post it on your Facebook. And rule number 10, I can't think of any, so if you can, write it down in the posts. Thanks for listening. Please follow, subscribe, do whatever else you guys do.